The way we tend to think about the issue of kosher, ethical kashrut, hechsher tzedek, ethics and kosher, is we tend to think of them as two separate but connected, two separate and connected fields. Rabbi Dr. Breuer, writing in around 1948, 1950, towards the end of his life in Israel, great German Jewish thinker, leader of the community, wrote an essay that kosher is yosher. Kosher is uprightness, is ethics. That the two are separate. We care about glak kosher. We care about what the technicalities of making sure there are no abrasions on the lungs and pots don't touch each other and milk doesn't go into a meat pot, which is what kosher is about. It's making sure that these laws are followed. But we also care about yosher, making sure that the food we eat is produced in a manner which corresponds to our sensibilities as humans, our conscience, and as religious people, the way we think about Torah and follow the Torah's principles. So we really see them as two very separate but really really connected fields. That the kosher and yosher are two things which, whenever we buy something, and not only in when we buy food, but when we buy anything, we should make sure that it's prepared in a manner which doesn't abuse people. Quick story. This past summer, I was working for American Jewish World Service. I was group leading with a bunch of great university students, and I was in Matagalpa, Nicaragua, right outside Matagalpa, Nicaragua. And Matagalpa, Nicaragua is where they grow coffee. Great coffee is grown there. And we went to a coffee co-op. And we were talking to this coffee farmer, and she lives on $1 a day almost. We figured it out. They only grow coffee like 10 days a year, and like they harvest it. They harvest it for. Let me take that back. They don't make much money off their coffee. Figured it out. It's $1, $2 a day. Make $700 a year. I spend about $700 a month on espresso. These people, we're the end product. We're the end of the line, We're the end of the line of a story which began with this Nicaraguan co-op in the hills of Matagalpa. This person is making barely any money. By the time the coffee gets maybe $1 a pound, by the time it gets to New York, it's usually $10 a pound. By the time it's then broken down into drinks, a pound yields how many cups of coffee for how much money? Probably a lot. And I think a lot of organizations and a lot of people, not just Jews, are thinking about what's the relationship we have with where our stuff comes from. Not just our kosher stuff, and not just our coffee, but all our stuff. Where is it being produced? Are the people who are producing it, are they working in a dignified condition? Or is there essential tselem Elohim? Is there essential human dignity upheld or not? And if it isn't, then what could we do about it? And do we have to repent? We had this social justice being midrash a couple of months ago, right around Rosh Hashanah, where we asked the question: what does tshuva mean in a globalized age? What does it mean when the things that we use as affluent Americans are produced on the tears and sweat of the oppressed? And how do you repent for that? And it's definitely a question that we as an organization, and I think we as a community, are continuing to grapple with. And we don't have any answers. And I think part of where the space we want to create is where those questions are asked and people come up with solutions and action plans to try solving them.